focus to the country of Sri Lanka this time, which is facing one of its worst economic crises ever. There is a shortage of fuel, food, medicines, electricity and whatnot. And amid these crises, the anger has certainly mounted amongst the residents, with thousands of them hitting to the streets and also demanding resignation of President Rajapaksa as well. And there have been massive clashes as well reported from Colombo.
The economic crisis in Sri Lanka is only worsening, and the impact of it is now being felt by the Aam Aadmi of Sri Lanka. The tax SOPs that were given by the Sri Lankan government, the tax cuts that were given, they led to a dip in the revenue. International debt is mounting, and now in the face of this worsening economic crisis, the government is taking several measures which is directly impacting the Aam Aadmi. There have been power cuts for more than 10 hours. People are pleading the government to give them some sort of respite. As far as factors contributing to the economic crisis are concerned, the loan arrangement with China, most of the money was invested in low return projects, is also a big factor. The COVID pandemic has impacted the economy of Sri Lanka.
Meanwhile, Sri Lankan economic crisis, and India has also in a way promised a $2.5 billion line of credit, billion-dollar line of credit as well amidst the Sri Lankan economic crisis that we are witnessing. And if we talk about the latest impacts in Sri Lanka, there has been a petrol supply shortage, there has been a diesel supply shortage, fuel shortage that has hit the public transport and buses in the country. There has been a 13-hour-long power cuts. This has been the major impact that the people on ground are facing. There have been no diesel for generators. There have been queues and lines being witnessed outside petrol pumps and fuel pumps. No hydroelectricity power as well on the entire
We have Shilpa joining us on the broadcast with more details. Electricity shortage, fuel shortage, these are all the impacts of, one would say, bad policy decisions, financial decisions, the impact of the loan arrangement with China, and of course the COVID pandemic hitting hard.
Well, absolutely, Swati. In fact, that is the reason why people of Sri Lanka are extremely angry with the government. What is happening in Sri Lanka currently is very, very concerning, because, you know, the island country is witnessing long hours of power cuts, some ranging from 12 to 14 hours, in fact. Fuel prices, of course, have hit the roof. There is a long queue outside almost every petrol pump. Kerosene, even for kerosene, people are forced to wait in long queues for a long time. The prices of basic commodities have hit the roof. So out and out, people of Sri Lanka are facing a lot of trouble, a lot of inconvenience, because even to get a hold of basic essentials, they are, of course, facing a lot of difficulty, and that explains their anger against the government. In fact, last night we saw massive protests taking place outside President Gotabaya Rajapaksa's residence in Colombo, where hundreds and thousands of protesters gathered and chanted angry slogans against the government. The police, of course, had to use tear gas and water cannon to disperse the crowd. It in turn had turned violent as well.
Yes.
But of course, arrested. And as a result of this,
certainly it is a long road ahead for the Rajapaksa government in Sri Lanka to bring back the country on track. We'll wait and see and closely follow all the developments further. For now, many thanks, Shilpa, for getting us the latest.